So what's up with this testosterone thing?
Right.
And we got this.
And I
was
I
really
posed the question
fascinating.
as well is like, just because I've seen some different things posted in articles and theories.
And conspiracy theories. Bruce is like the conspiracy theorists. Conspiracy
I need
theory.
more. I need more because they're all coming
this
true.
This was a good one.
They're all coming true.
True.
So, but no, I asked him basically how does the pill work?
Oh, that's right.
And, the birth control pill. And it's to regulate the hormones and estrogen and that sort of thing, which we got then talking into, well, what happens once you take it and your body flushes out whatever is there. And it's not just the pill. It's
all kinds of
antibiotics,
stuff. Yeah,
viruses. I mean,
it's
your body
crazy.
sheds out all this stuff, so it lands somewhere. And most of us have that little handle on that porcelain thing in that little room.
Welcome to Podpinions, where the world's on fire, and we show up like it's a backyard barbecue. Politicians roasted, woke trends torched, common sense, we've got you covered.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Podpinions.
I'm Rich.
And I'm Bruce. And we are back once again.
And again, it's just jam-packed with stuff. I didn't know where to start today looking stuff up.
I know, right?
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And the loony left is going loonier and lefter.
Yep. We haven't even looked into deeply into the Russia-Ukraine stuff even.
No, I mean, it's just too much.
Yeah. So we'll let that work out, and we'll get back to once they hammer out a deal, I guess.
The only thing with that was that, all right, I read something on Facebook this morning from a friend of mine who's kind of way over here someplace, and he's just left of communist.
Just
anyhow,
he's in the closet. Huh?
No, he's not in the closet. He's like out there, right? So he was saying how all these foreign leaders got together to gang up on Trump. Where, in fact, it was the opposite. He invited them to the White House to try to work something out here.
And being they're all part of NATO, right?
Right.
They do need to be involved.
You would
it's
think.
Not like they're just going to be told what to do. They have to have a say-so in it, I would imagine. And since they're all allies.
I'm just sick of the nonsense. All these people just, they're doing it because Trump's nuts, and they're coming to the White. Well, no,
right.
He invited them to work something out that they can all do something together to work on Zelensky, and Putin. But
and it's going to be safer and equal for all parties involved if they can make sure that Russia is, taken care of as far as no war. We don't want them to start going forward in the other countries and stuff. So they all got to make a deal. I mean, it's the same thing with any of the other wars that happened, whether it was World War I, World War II. I mean, countries have to come together and make a deal, right?
Hopefully.
So
sometimes they don't, but hopefully.
Yep.
But what gets me is this guy was just going off about crazy Trump and all this nonsense. And then evidently there was a hot mic moment. Did you see this?
I did not.
Trump leans over to, who's the French president?
Macron?
Yeah, Macron. Leans over to him and whispers something in his ear that got picked up on the microphone. And now the lefties are going nuts over that. And it was basically like, well, Putin's going to make a deal. He wants to make a deal for me.
Right.
Something to that effect.
Well,
I'm paraphrasing. But
regardless, who cares if people stop dying, right? I mean, who cares really whether it's Trump wants to take the make the excuse, or if it's actually Putin respecting Trump's decision. I mean, what does it matter as long as they work out a deal, right?
Well, Bill Gates wants everybody to die.
Well,
So that's my podpinion.
yes, Podpinions.
Actually, that's more of
run amucketh.
that's more of a conspiracy theory. Yes, Bill Gates wants
Everybody
to die.
Everybody to have a blue screen internally, right?
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine? Wow. Have you been getting like weird stuff going on with your computer lately?
Oh yeah, and
have
spam. It's getting like real technical.
Well, no, my computer all of a sudden will just shut off for no reason, and it's not that old. And it's like all the computers, even in this building, like all the computers will just get wacky,
Right? Yeah,
for no reason.
I've had a couple that are last 6 months or so. Yeah, but they are in the midst of phasing out, going into the next. Well, I don't know the next Microsoft, but Windows 11 is going to be the standard now. Aren't going to be any other.
Can we go back to '98?
That
was user friendly.
There aren't going to be any other updates for any other, releases other than Windows 11, I guess.
Crazy.
So.
On my music software, right? Last night I was messing around. I played you some of this stuff. I was messing around with it.
It's pretty crazy.
It's really crazy.
Yeah.
But my regular music software, which I was using Finale for notation, and they ceased to exist. So there's this other company now that replaces them, and I downloaded that, and it's just there's a learning curve. The other one I had down. I mean, I've been doing it forever. And
right.
I had it down, and I could bang parts out and whatnot. But where was I going with this? Oh, so I'm working on some music stuff last night, and all of a sudden my computer starts like changing screens on me, just without me doing anything.
Right.
It was really weird.
The government is watching Podpinions.
Yeah, right. No, it's just really strange. It's like my laptop and my desktop at home
Right.
just started doing weird stuff, and I had to reboot both of them.
I think the programs that they're coming out with and the way they're loaded and HTML, JavaScript versus, JavaScript, and I think there's a lot of conflict that has to go through anymore. That because I've noticed some programs on some computers act differently, and I just think it's the processors and the way they're handling all the data now, and then of course everybody and their uncle has a program, so each one's a little different.
We have this program, Podpinions.
The Podpinions program.
We need an app.
Yes.
For what? I don't know.
First, we need shirts.
Yeah, right. First, we need shirts and merch.
We got to get the crew. We're working on that.
Well, first, we need a crew. So,
Ba-dum-bum.
so this afternoon, a buddy of mine brought it up. He was talking to both of us, and actually, no. Let's go to this one first.
Okay.
This other thing. I jumped ahead. Tulsi Gabbard removing all the.
Oh,
this is
right,
funny.
the security.
All the security clearances, like 37 people, and
this is in addition to the original,
right? That whole bunch
that,
with Clapper and
Clapper was this one. I think it was.
Was it this one? But it was Comey and Page and Strzok and who else? There was
Brennan. Yeah,
all those nice people.
Yes.
So this was another 30. So the memo sent out on Monday included names of officials who worked at the CIA, NSA, which is the National Security Agency Council, the Obama DNI James Clapper. Gabbard said that he was compromising normal procedures to rush a 2017 intelligence community assessment related to the Russia nonsense in the 2016 election. Stunner.
Yeah. Hearing a lot of stuff coming out. There's a lot of documents. There's a lot of emails.
There's all this stuff, right? But yet the Democrats are still saying it never happened.
Right.
And they're still on this Russia thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're gonna beat that Russian horse till it's dead, gone, and there's a monument
Until
somewhere
it's-
put to it. I don't know.
No, they don't. They'll take the monument down.
Oh, yeah, that's
You
true.
forgot.
Yes, I did.
Until it's dog food. They'll keep beating it until it's dog food. So, she said that being entrusted with security clearance is a privilege, not a right.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm real curious how many more of these people are going to. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be more.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. And I don't even know whether they really announce anybody that's not
Yeah, there's a list
known.
here. I downloaded
Okay.
and printed out the actual memo and the list of people.
Okay. So is there, they all pretty well known? Or
No,
is there
I
other
never
people?
heard of
Okay,
any
so
of these
there's-
people.
There's people in the agencies that are also being told their clearances are no longer.
And a bunch of people like, see you out, you're being
Right.
escorted out of the building today, and I think these are some of them.
It almost goes along with the taking the D.C. and cleaning that up. Seems like they're
doing
not
it
just
here.
doing it on the streets. They're doing
No,
it within
everywhere.
the agencies
Everywhere.
as well. And it started with USAID and finding out about the.
But wait, that didn't happen either.
Oh, it didn't.
No.
Oh,
See, because now all that money that was going there, the Democrats aren't getting it for their little pet projects, and all the lefties that I know are going nuts over that.
well, I guess they're gonna have to tighten their belt and get the hot dogs and mac and cheese out.
Ketchup sandwiches.
That's right.
Oh, man.
But and again, all this money, it's
It's crazy.
billions and billions and hundreds of billions and trillions of dollars. I mean, we talked about just before 9/11 on September 10th, the $2.3 trillion
Went
missing.
Yeah, in
So
fact,
how much
there was,
more of
they were
that
going to
is,
start. They
you
were
know?
going to start that investigation the next day on September 11th. And oops,
So where's all this money going?
no, who knows?
You know, I looked up. I'm going to get I'll look it up further so we can talk about it. But I went into some of the AI programs and typed in, like, put a realistic dollar amount on what NGOs in the U.S. actually take in on a yearly basis. And it's staggering. It really is, between donations and
Now, and
Funding
tell everybody
and-
who doesn't know what an NGO is.
non-governmental organization,
Okay, which would be
which would be somebody that is not supposed to be not involved with the government. It's supposed to be a entity that is separated from the government. So if you look into, they're not an arm of the government, basically.
all right. It's like Planned Parenthood.
Correct. So they I'm not sure why they went to NGOs and not the nonprofits. I guess nonprofit
I don't know.
didn't work out as far as the what they're trying to push, I guess, because basically it's a nonprofit, right? .org. Everything's a .org, and
Which costs more than
Yes.
if you go to register the domain
Isn't that
name,
amazing?
It's actually costs more than a .com.
It's because everybody else is paying for it. It's like the government.
It's just so bizarre.
So
Just had to throw that out
right.
there.
So they supposedly live on donations. It's a nonprofit, but they do get governmental grants and different things that they apply for. But it seems like the government has found a way to try and use these programs or companies to try and push their agendas. So that is basically what's coming out, is all this money laundering through these NGOs. One hand washes the other.
Mm-hmm.
They look away for taxes and this and sort, get them involved in being able to not pay as much taxes. Everybody screams about the corporations, but they don't scream about the NGOs.
Of course not, because they're benefiting from it.
Right. So basically, this is going to be all tied together. All the money laundering, they're looking into this Act Blue, the donation site that they found. People's names supposedly making these donations that, I've seen the videos where James O'Keefe or somebody goes up and knocks on a door and says, hey, did you make all these donations? $120,000, and the person's making like, I don't know, $60,000 a year. And
it's like, how do you do that? How does that work?
Right.
He cracks me up because he'll have his camera hidden in his briefcase or something.
Right.
Didn't he get in trouble at one point, if I remember correctly?
I don't know that he's ever lost a court case, to be honest with you. I think he's been taken to court quite a lot. But,
we should do that. We should get like a James Bond briefcase with the camera in it.
Get them cool hats, tilted to the side a little bit.
I don't know who we'd go interview, but
yeah, right. We could interview each other, I guess.
There you go.
See what works.
So I'm just curious because Tulsi Gabbard said that, or she actually wrote it in an X post, that those in the intelligence community who betray their oath to the Constitution and put their own interests ahead of the interests of the American people have broken the sacred trust they promised to uphold, which means that they're thumbing their nose at the Constitution.
Mm-hmm. But it's pretty obvious that that's what's been done.
Absolutely. But they're all screaming about how Trump is wrecking their democracy, even though we're a constitutional
Isn't it
republic.
amazing we don't really know what their democracy is? It's always their democracy.
Yeah, I don't know.
What is their democracy?
Good question.
So I'd like that kind of spelled out for me. What is
I don't think you're going to get
their democracy?
You're not going to get it. I've asked, and I don't get an answer.
Right.
Not a clear one anymore.
Our democracy, their democracy. It's like, first of all, we're a constitutional republic. That's first and foremost.
Absolutely.
So what is their democracy?
It's what they want it to be, which nobody knows what it is.
Okay.
So anyhow, this is the story that I thought we were going to start with, but I goofed. So a buddy of mine was talking to the two of us today, and he was telling us, somehow we got on the subject of testosterone in young men. Mm-hmm. How did that even come up? I don't remember.
I think we were, I forget what question you asked him, but he was basically going over different things, diabetes.
He's in the medical field. So.
Different things that are noticeable in the medical field. The rise of diabetes, loss of testosterone, stuff like that. So
then I said, so what's up with this testosterone thing?
Right.
And we got this.
And I
really
posed the question as well is like, just because I've seen some different things posted in articles and theories.
And conspiracy theories. Bruce is like the conspiracy theorists.
I need more because they're all coming true.
This was a good one.
They're all coming true.
True.
So, but no, I asked him basically how does the pill work?
Oh, that's right.
And, the birth control pill. And it's to regulate the hormones and estrogen and that sort of thing, which we got then talking into, well, what happens once you take it and your body flushes out whatever is there. And it's not just the pill. It's
all kinds of stuff. Yeah,
viruses. I mean, your body sheds out all this stuff, so it lands somewhere. And most of us have that little handle on that porcelain thing in that little room that it goes down, and then it
goes to the processing plant. Now, it goes to processing plant
depending on where you're at.
Right.
Yeah.
Here we have mostly septic tanks or septic systems, but I'm curious, does that must leach into the groundwater?
Oh, I'm sure.
In the drain fields, I would think, right?
I would think so, yeah.
I wouldn't think that would be as bad, well, except for me that it was like on antibiotics all summer from all the crap I had going on. But
yeah, and I remember years ago, it's changed since then, but I remember family member passing, and I'm like, well, what do we do with all this medication? You know.
Yeah, you just flush it.
And well, they didn't say that then. What they said was, well, you know, I'm like, could we take it back to the pharmacy? And they're like, no, you can't do that. And told me to put it in Ziploc baggies. Put water in a baggie, put the medicine in a baggie, like triple Ziploc it and throw it in the garbage.
Okay, but then it winds up in a landfill
Right,
and eventually
exactly.
leaches out into the
I'm
ground
like, that
anyhow.
doesn't really sound like it's very safe.
No. So he said that, you know, you're peeing this stuff into the toilet, it gets flushed, and then it goes to the processing plant.
Mm-hmm.
The processing plant doesn't filter out pharmaceuticals.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's some, but not all.
Right.
And it depends, according to this article that I read after we had talked, because I wanted to know more, depending upon the type of filtration system the place has, is how much the drugs will come out. But even with like the really heavy duty filtration, you're still getting trace amounts in your water system.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What's the same way with, you know, the chemo?
correct.
They give you pills now. I guess I'm not sure exactly how it works, but there's pills that have to be taken. It says on the bottle, you know, wear gloves, don't, you know, get this on skin contact. But, you know, after you take it, it's got to get, you know, the stuff's got to go someplace.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So we kept going into this because Bruce's theory.
dun dun dun.
We'll tell him what the theory was.
No, I had said, because he had brought up loss of testosterone, I said, well, if this stuff is leaching into the water systems and even getting into the food systems, estrogen, let's just say, is that a reason, if everybody's ingesting this, and including men, is that a possibility that that's why testosterone levels are dropping?
Which is possible. So, according to it was just it opened up like more that conversation today, and so I started looking it up, and I found this article, and it was it says if you were to drink 2 liters of water a day for 70 years, at the end of those 70 years, you would have taken 1% of the normal daily dose of someone taking that prescribed medication. So, for a variety of standard medications, the concentrations are exceedingly low. However, and this was from a professor of environmental chemistry at the University of Montreal in Quebec, the question we don't have the answer to is, what is the impact of chronic exposure to a very low exposure of a mixture of drugs?
Right.
So, so they're starting to do some research on drinking water, antibiotics, antidepressants, contraceptives, and you just keep going. Opioids, right? He was talking about, my buddy was talking about opioids in clams, in shellfish. And it's like, whoa, you got to be kidding me.
That's how they measure, supposedly they take a sample from the shellfish, and
Right.
that's how they measure how much
is in the water.
is in the water.
Well, in the ocean.
Right.
And then they're doing testing with fresh water, but there's no like guidelines.
Yeah.
Which who would have thunk it?
Right.
So if it's showing up in shellfish like clams,
Got to be.
then you eat the clam,
I don't know really anything that doesn't have drink water. I
Right.
mean, plants, animals,
even
humans.
microplastics have all this crap in it
Right.
that we just found out today that they were talking about it in here.
That I didn't realize.
I didn't either. I mean, we've been on this microplastic kick for like 2 months already. And so according to what this one study said, is the presence of endocrine disruptors found in drugs such as steroids has been shown to seriously mess with hormones in fish, decreasing fertility and even causing sex changes in fish. This is just from like groundwater stuff, like the medications and whatnot leaching into the water. And then it continues on saying that one study found the presence of 6 antidepressants in brook trout concentrated in the liver and brain. And then we go and eat the brook trout.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that doing to us then?
Mm-hmm.
So not just drinking 70 liters of water, but all the food and whatnot.
Right.
Right?
And we're worried about pesticides.
But wait, there's more. So the presence of certain drugs in water may have a cumulative effect. This is this one study from Canada. So if antibiotics back into the work their way back into the human population, for instance, it said it could contribute to antibiotic resistance.
I was just going to bring that up. That was the big thing. We talked about that
Right.
one time, and now you don't hear about it. It's like you were on 3 different antibiotics.
Yeah, for like the whole summer.
Right.
Between
So
the,
now we're finding out that we're getting it in the water.
we're getting it in the fish.
Right.
We're getting but wait, there's more. I feel like the guy. What was that guy's name? He's dead. The huckster. He was selling stuff. But wait, there's more.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah, I know who you mean. I don't remember his name.
I can't remember his name.
Yes.
Anyhow, so there's trace amounts of these drugs, if over the course of time, not just the water part, but like the fish, the food, the everything else, that we're ingesting, the plastic. What is that doing to us?
Oh, yeah.
And I think you're right about with the hormones lowering the testosterone levels.
And
it's young
if
people.
It's changing sex in fish, I guess it can make people want to change their sex here, right? And humans, I would think. You never know.
That's your
It might be
conspiracy.
my Podpinion.
No, that's your conspiracy theory.
Yes.
But the future research is just they're just starting this research, so they don't even know what's going on down the road. So there's no established guidelines at all for this stuff,
Right.
which is kind of creepy.
But they do have cool Broadway commercials.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I hate those. But there's one particular study. They measured water samples from a network of 139 streams across 30 states. So why aren't we hearing about this on the news? I happened to find this only because my buddy said something today. So I went and, delved in a little deeper.
Yeah.
And I'm finding all this stuff. So the occurrence of pharmaceuticals in the water, in addition to hormones and other, in the wastewater, they found 80% of streams sampled had this stuff in it.
80% of the streams.
Out of 130.
Right.
Or 139. Then there's agricultural runoff.
So that would be, if you know how to make change, you might know how to do that. So that's about 104 out of the 130.
Yeah, but wait, there's more. So the World Health Organization, one of our favorite groups, not.
Who are you?
They identify both human and veterinary drugs and feed additives as contaminating water through excretion, disposal, waste, and into the soil before eventually coming into contact with drinking water sources.
So nobody thought about putting... I know there's a big thing now of buying meat that doesn't have antibiotics in it, and that's the big push, but they didn't think about that beforehand, before they put all this stuff together.
And then there's the bioengineered meat.
Or the medical establishment saying, put it in a triple plastic bag and throw it in the garbage.
Okay, I'm going to piss off a lot of doctors right now, but they're only practicing medicine.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
So there you go.
Yep.
So what else is going on is the disrupting chemicals, the endocrine disrupting chemicals, or EDC as they call them. One of the main health risks linked to the pharmaceuticals found in water, according to this report, from your tap water, that is it has reproductive impairment due to specific EDCs. And it's going to mess up your endocrine system, and impairs fertility and development in humans. It also causes neurological and behavioral changes and have been linked to obesity, type 2 diabetes, and all kinds of other stuff, according to the Hormone Health Network.
But there's a drug for that now.
Right.
They sing about it.
We were talking about this the other day. I'm curious as to all of a sudden why there's all this diabetes going around.
No, we talked about it.
So this may be part of the cause.
You either hear you're diabetic or you're pre-diabetic. There is
Correct.
no
in
between anymore,
right.
or less of. There's no three sections. It's just pre or diabetic. That's it. And it's got to be coming from somewhere. It's not just the chemicals in the food. It's got to be coming from somewhere,
here
right?
we go. And there's more. So not just the water, but according to this thing, the EDCs stem from pharmaceutical residues, but they're also found, ready for this one, in common household products. You have it in cosmetics, in lotions, antibacterial soap. What else was it? Pesticides, herbicides, plastic packaging. And the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign study identified that pesticides can be transported in water long distances from their sources and impact human health. Some of these studies, they actually found this stuff like 30 miles away from where it was dumped.
Wow.
From the sewage treatment place.
Yep.
30 miles downstream, they're finding all these drugs in the water,
right,
or in fish or in critters.
We should look up the amount of drugs that were actually available 30 years ago compared to the amount of drugs that are, in other words, a count somehow. You know what I mean?
I don't know if they've gotten that far yet.
What do you mean as far as?
Well, maybe, I don't know. But I mean, as far as the research going back.
No, I'm saying from the drug companies.
Oh.
Like how many, back our grandparents, they had aspirin and
True.
iodine and,
Well, there were
mercurochrome, which was the one they had to blow on. It was iodine, right?
Yeah, right.
Mercurochrome didn't burn. It was the iodine that was the burner.
All of it
one.
just sucked. It did. I hated that stuff.
You had to blow on the.
I remember the nurse at school. You get a cut on your knee or something. Here comes that. Oh. So this article is talking about the proper.
The kids these days just don't know that.
They don't get it. They don't get it.
Come on.
Do you remember falling off your bicycle and you get a knee full of gravel?
Oh yeah.
And then mom would be there with the tweezers pulling the gravel.
But that one
out.
is always embedded so deep. You had to wait 6 months for it to work to the surface.
Oh man, I had a piece of quartz in my finger.
I had a thorn one time.
Really?
I don't remember what plant, but it was embedded. It was this finger right here, and it actually, when it came to the surface. And how the skin gets all kind of crusty and stuff, and I picked it, and the whole thing just come out. You could see the thorn.
Man, I had a piece of quartz in this finger.
Yeah, human body's freaking.
He said it.
Is amazing. I'm telling you,
it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So they were talking about how to get rid of pharmaceuticals the correct way without flushing them. Which
would you store them in a closet?
Yeah, right.
Send them on an alien ship?
Yeah, I was going to say launch them into outer space.
Elon, we got the job for you.
Yeah, right. Could you imagine
SpaceX.
that? SpaceX. Yeah, that'd be funny.
Space RX. There you go.
Good one. They were talking about don't flush the unused medication down the toilet or down the drain, but rather use drug take-back programs within your community for safe disposal. Now, I haven't heard of that around here.
I haven't either. I've always heard, but what are they doing with it? What is a safe?
Yeah, they're probably down the toilet.
Right?
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't. Who knows?
You know,
Are
the
they
hospital
burning
toilets are pretty strong.
it? Yeah, right. But are they burning it? Maybe it's being incinerated.
We'd have to find out what they're doing with it. It's like the recycles we were talking today about it with the
Want to hear scam? we're nice segue, right?
Yeah.
I'm taking an aside here. So we're talking about the recycling, cardboard, plastic, all that stuff. So around here, and I'm sure you do too, there's 2 garbage cans. There's one for your regular trash, and then there's a recycling container.
Both made of plastic.
So I've got this thing full of cardboard and plastic bottles, right? Guy comes along, picks it up, off it goes. So I know somebody who is a garbage collector, or used to be. He used to own a garbage company. And he was telling me that it's a real scam because they all go to the dump and just dump this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then it doesn't even get sorted.
Right. It's like 9% of recycled stuff that actually gets recycled.
Yeah, and then,
across the globe. It's like,
so why are we doing this? I'm paying extra money for the recycling container, and it's all I could just throw it in the
because
garbage.
it's money. When it first started, they were recycling it, and then the companies that were manufacturing, like I was in, started using our own recycled plastic instead of going and buying it someplace else.
How would you get your own recycled plastic?
Well, there's different parts of the plastic that come out that is waste, basically.
Oh, okay. When you're doing the molding and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, there's several different ways to mold, but a lot of the things that we did is what's called a runner. If you've ever done a model...
Oh, those little plastic tree things?
Right, that you break off the piece. Well, that tree thing, when you're done with it and you put the model together, that goes in the garbage, right?
You would recycle those.
Same thing happens, because what it does, it runs through the channels in the mold, goes into a injection site, which is a small hole, and fills the cavity to make the part. So that piece, called the runner, is scrap. So
you would save all those.
Well, we would have grinders, and most of the time they would fall right into the grinder, and it would suck it back up.
Oh, wow.
And reuse it.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. The problem is, after it's been used so many times, then it starts degrading, and then you have to, start making new stuff to recycle. So once the companies started doing that, and not just grinding it up and sending it out someplace, because what would happen, we would grind it up or we'd throw it in a box. These companies would buy it, they would grind it up, and then they resell it or repelletize it and resell it. So to take out the middle person, companies started reusing it right on site.
Interesting.
And then you don't have any need for
recycled plastic
anymore, because you're recycling everything you need there.
Interesting.
So grocery stores, all the stuff in the plastic, we don't, well, I'm not in it anymore, but we didn't need to get extra. We had our own. So
wow.
And anything, and the thing about plastics is also, the companies I work for, it was probably 14, 15 different plastics that I've worked with, and they're not all compatible. Some are completely different makeups, and you can't combine them. So it depends on the type of plastic. It depends on the container. Depends on what was in the container. So all that has to be
and now there's
separated.
Drugs in the plastic.
Has to be separated. Has to be cleaned. Has to, make sure it's not contaminated with other plastics. So all that is labor. And
so we're being scammed, though, with this
yes.
recycling thing.
So that's why all your recycling centers that you used to go down, fill up the trunk of the car, and you had your bottles, and you had your plastic bags, and you had your plastic clear, bottles,
clear and
green.
And,
and that's why they're no longer there, because they're not making money off of it.
Uh-huh.
So
interesting.
The way they're making money is making you pay for 2 containers that actually you could probably get away with just using 1.
I could.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So getting rid of these drugs, back to that, they're saying that if there's no take-back program in your town, that you can take the pills, dump them in a thing, and crush them all up in a baggie, and add water, and then just throw it in the garbage. But then it goes to the right, landfill, and it leaches into the ground.
Right.
And we're back to square one.
Well,
unless they incinerate it.
None of the garbage truck person, pushes out the garbage very easily, and then the bulldozer person just kind of pushes it gently.
I don't know.
In a
about
landfill.
that. So they're talking about the best way to fix the problem is to invest in better wastewater treatment to remove the pharmaceuticals before they discharge it into the water. And I don't see that happening anytime in my lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows?
Well, hopefully we start really getting the information on the food, the water, Bobby Kennedy. Maybe this will all be part of it in the
I
next
hope so.
3.5 years.
But that was an eye-opener, that conversation
Yeah.
today. I mean, I couldn't believe it, so I had to dive
Mm-hmm.
in here and find out more. And I'm sure there's even more than this going
Oh,
on.
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
But when I found out about the oxycodone in clams, I mean, it was like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that doing to us? Maybe that's why these kids are coming up with all the ADHD and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, it could be. And, people are up in arms about a soda can container getting stuck over a seal's head or, baby seal's head or something like that, but nobody's talking about this stuff.
Never. I haven't heard anything about this until he mentioned it this morning.
And then you've got all of the, what do pharmaceutical companies do with stuff that isn't up to grade? Like if they make a bad batch.
Well, it's all coming from China, so who cares? Right?
But where does that go?
Who knows? I mean, the Chinese stuff?
No, any pharmaceutical, any batch of vaccine, for instance, or any batch of drug.
I don't know.
That something happened, because let's face it, it's not all perfection. There's, pipe breaks or something happens.
I know somebody I can ask about that.
So what happens to all that
Good
stuff?
point. And then what about all the stuff that's past its expiration date?
True. What happens to that?
Like you can't tell me that the pharmacy sells out everything.
Go down the paint aisle in your drugstore, local drugstore, and see all the different brands. They all have a date on them. So what does happen to them afterward?
Good point.
Yeah. Space RX, baby.
I love it. I love that. Oh, man. So now we get into the illegal alien thing, not migrants. Illegal aliens.
Yes.
So the Medicaid just directed all the states to crack down on illegal immigrant enrollees with monthly checks.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, there are illegal aliens collecting Medicaid or getting Medicaid benefits. So the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services announced a new nationwide push to purge illegals from public health insurance programs today. They did. And under this new initiative, they will issue monthly enrollment reports to states that identify any Medicaid or children's health insurance programs, which is CHIP, enrollees whose citizenship or immigration status cannot be confirmed. And then you're out of here.
So we're not only drinking medicated water all the time, but now we're paying for other people to have Medicaid that shouldn't be.
Exactly.
Not as a human. We're a country. You should come in. You want to do it, come in legally.
And then
here's the benefits.
Absolutely. So they were saying that every dollar misspent is a dollar taken away from an eligible, vulnerable individual in need of Medicaid and CHIP.
Mm-hmm.
Was the Dr. Mehmet Oz.
Look at all the people that could use it that are citizens. And I have a good feeling that free health care that everybody screams about, if you took all the money that's just being wasted.
Yeah, we could have free health care.
And you could have free health care for
Well,
citizens here.
Time out. This is one of my pet peeves. Health care, health insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So which is it?
Health care.
We have health care. You have free health care. You can go to the hospital and go to the ER, and they have to treat you.
Right. But somebody pays for that.
Well, absolutely.
So what I'm saying is, if you took all the money that is being wasted and everybody's up in arms about, because of their feelings, and actually looked at it, we could have health care that either doesn't cost
an arm and a leg.
It's pennies on the dollar for anything, or it wouldn't cost us anything. So it's...
I don't know if I'd want that, though. Only because then you really... the choice
well,
is being taken away.
Obviously the medical professionals would have to be paid. So it's going to come from somewhere. They're going to have to be paid. Obviously, the cost of making the drugs or the...
But they're made in China, so they're cheap.
That's true. Well, tariffs.
Okay.
So, but if you take all the benefits, all this stuff, and it's like the VA. I mean, they've been screaming about every election. It's the VA. Well, just fix it.
Yeah, I mean, how hard is it?
And that's what Trump is doing. He's fixing it, or at least attempting to fix it.
Well, I don't know what's happening with the VA.
Progress. Well, not necessarily just the VA, but all this stuff that has been just stuff for people to fight about and people to get reelected, promising they're going to fix it this time, that they promised 40 years ago when they got elected they were going to fix it. Now Trump is actually doing something and saying, just like the border being closed. He just posted something, the other day. Well, it turns out you didn't need he posted it in the very beginning. It turns out you didn't need a bill. It turns out you just needed a different president.
Absolutely.
So he's setting the bar pretty high for the next person being in, whether it's Republican, Independent, Democrat, whoever it is. The bar is up here now.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look what he did in 6 months.
Right.
It's like unbelievable.
Yeah. So whoever's coming in has got some big shoes to fill. And whether you like him or not, the transparency, all of I'm watching videos of citizens in D.C. walking down the street at 8 o'clock at night going, I could not do this like 3 weeks ago. And they're happy.
Yes, but the Democrats are losing it.
Sure.
Saying martial law. And
yeah.
It's like, no, he's cleaning the town up. I mean, D.C. is a shithole, and it's our national, it's our country's capital.
Right. And you should be safe walking through there.
And you should be proud of it.
Absolutely. And the problem is, once you clean it up, anything that's corrupt or dirty is going to stand out.
Right.
So that's what they don't want. They want chaos. They want just a mess, so you can't see. Your eyes are focused on the person, what do they call that? The zombie, they're hunched over because of the fentanyl. I forget what there's a term for.
There's a new drug out now.
Is there?
Did you see that one? It's like more powerful than fentanyl.
Is it?
Yeah.
I just flush it down the toilet.
Yeah, right. There you go.
But once you clean that all out, then you get to see exactly what's going on.
It's going to be obvious.
Yeah.
Well, it's starting to become very obvious. I just don't think that the right people are waking up yet.
Well, there's a lot of people waking up, and I think D.C. citizens, residents, there's going to be some obviously that don't want this to happen, but the people who are going to benefit from it by being safe and their kids are going to be able to walk to school, they're going to be in favor of it.
I hope so.
You know?
I really hope so.
it's just had to get, so bad that people are willing to accept change that needs to happen. It's a culture change.
Right. Now, with this whole thing with this Medicaid thing, Tish James, one of our faves,
yes,
and more than 20 Democrats.
Bragg and Tish, or Bragg and Tish, what did we say the the spinoff would be?
So 20 Democratic attorneys general, led by New York Attorney General Tish James, they're suing the Trump administration over his policies that require verification of immigration status to get benefits. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's just getting to be nonsense.
It's like,
It really is. It's just nonsense.
What part of illegal doesn't she get?
Well, let them sue again, and then let's see which judge sides on their side.
But it's such a waste of money and time.
Yeah, but until you expose it and let them expose themselves.
She already did that, didn't she?
Well, not everybody's in tune to it, so sometimes you just got to let them do it to themselves.
I just can't believe her, of all people, is leading this charge against the Trump administration over illegal aliens when she's like being, investigated for mortgage fraud.
Right. That's like I just watched your favorite politician, Jazzy Crockett, today. The one you have the poster on the wall.
Yeah, right. I think not.
And she was on a rant about because of the redistricting, which I guess they're going to go ahead with the vote. All of a sudden,
they have to.
Back,
they have no choice.
So she was saying about the midterm elections. She wants all the Democrats from across the country to come into Texas and help support them and make the other side, flee to, I forget where she said, Arkansas or something like that. It's like, it's just in the news about California doing another redistricting. Not that they don't already have that locked up.
But he can't do it.
So
the California Constitution doesn't call for that.
So, but what I'm saying is, it's just been, I've just seen clips of,
Oh, I know.
the other side complaining that that's what they're trying to do.
But that's what they've been doing for years. That's the bizarre part about all of this.
So again, it's like, just let them shine, let them spew their nonsense, because we've all been through a lot in the last 10, 12 years. The whole country's been through a lot. And we had to go through it to be able to see.
Right. Well, you and I have discussed this a couple times, that I was really happy that Trump didn't win the second time around.
Absolutely.
Because if Biden hadn't gotten in, none of this would be working.
And they panicked. Let's face it, they
totally
panicked.
Freaked out.
And they just tried to rush everything through. They tried to put him in prison or whatever they were going to do. And
they're still trying.
They didn't know what to do, and they panicked.
Oops. And everybody saw it.
Well,
what's interesting is some of the mainstream media now is actually coming out and calling out these people.
Well, that's
TV.
because they've been implicated by covering up for them for all these years. I mean,
so you think it's a CYA?
I think they're going to try, but we can't let them get away with it, because they were part of the propaganda.
Absolutely, they were.
I mean, how long did it take before Biden's, screw up on the debates that they finally say, oh yeah, he's not quite all there.
No, he was tired and he was on Ambien, according to his kid.
Okay. But then everybody questioned it, and then all of a sudden he got shoved in the closet, and not even a vote. This Harris just got put into place.
She was appointed.
And it took to that spot in the 3 years for actually people to go, whoa, to pay attention. So all this stuff is just more spotlight on what they're trying to do. As far as I'm concerned, I applaud it. Go for it.
Oh, I do too.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. But this, I mean, just the whole Letitia James thing just cracked me up.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. Yeah,
I mean,
we've
I
talked about
saw
that,
this on
yeah.
TV this morning, and I actually laughed.
Yeah, because it is getting to that point where
It's
you
absurd.
can actually.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's absurd. Same thing with Adam Schiff,
Hey.
right? He's screaming and yelling. Meanwhile, the guy's being investigated for mortgage fraud and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I listen to him spew his bullshit, and I start laughing.
Yeah, yeah, and that's all you can do. It's just they might as well put a sock puppet show on.
You know, same thing with Schmuckles. Schmuckles, too. He's another one.
Yeah, exactly. It's, I got to get some of them cool half glass thing there.
No, you don't. No.
I think he has them like
He's got him way down.
super glued because they don't move. Like,
No, not at all.
It's
Well,
like
actually, he
permanent.
had him up today,
Did he?
or whenever they videoed that
I've
thing.
never seen him. I would wonder if he sleeps with him like that.
Maybe.
You know,
Did we ever
'Cause-
meet Mrs. Schmuckles?
I've seen pictures, but I don't think I've ever
I don't think
seen
I've
her
ever-
at any event. Or
Have you ever
anything.
seen the two of them together?
No.
Never.
Maybe they're one and the same.
Ah. What do you think?
Mr. and Mrs. Schmuck. That's a good conspiracy theory. Right?
Chucky Schumer and his wife are the same person. Because you never see them together in the
That's
same
true.
room
That's
at any
true.
one time.
Never know. Never know.
So start spreading that one around.
Yeah, right. Maybe we can ask Rock.
Well, that's the other thing, this AI thing, which is really kind of creepy, I think.
No, that's creepy. It's cool, but it's creepy.
So with this, like Grok, you were mentioning Grok, then there's ChatGPT. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different ones. How do you know which one is
Right.
correct?
Exactly.
It makes this stuff up.
Right. Because what it's doing is just scraping the internet. And it scrapes what is out there. And if any of the search engines are pushing stuff that can't be searched, then how do you know?
You don't.
All right. So, but you did find articles on this stuff. And,
I did,
you know,
which I couldn't believe it. I
so
mean,
it hasn't
just
gotten that far yet.
yet. But I'm surprised that nobody's covered any of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really surprised. So,
Leslie Stahl,
yeah,
where
right,
are
right.
you?
Yeah, right.
Sir!
Geraldo.
Sir!
Geraldo.
Maybe that was in a Capone safe. Maybe this article was in there
Maybe.
years ago.
Oh, yeah, and Alligator Alcatraz.
Yes.
There's like all kinds of stuff they're trying. The ACLU and I forget what the other organization was. They're now suing to get the thing shut down, saying that these people, they're not having their due process. They're illegal aliens. And there's a court right there.
Where's PETA trying to protect the alligators? That's what I want to
No,
know.
that's one of the things they're screaming about. They're saying that they built this thing in the middle of like protected wetlands.
Well, it's been there forever.
Right. None of it makes sense.
They're just
The
scraping
airport's been there forever, in the middle of the Everglades.
Yes. And they actually use it as staging centers for hurricanes.
Correct.
That's what it was used for.
Correct.
For all these years.
So now DeSantis said, well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We've got all this space. We're not using it right now. Let's build a prison.
It's not raining right now. No hurricane at this point in time. So let's
Well,
try
there's-
and figure out the other 9 months we don't need it.
So these guys are suing to get it shut down because of the they're saying that the prisoners or the detainees are being kept in inhumane conditions.
Yeah, I've seen inhumane conditions.
Inhumane
it's got
conditions.
like big air conditioners.
Yeah, right. They got bunks.
There's
They
a
got
meal
showers.
line.
They got a cafeteria. They got a hospital.
Half the veterans sleeping under bridges should be so lucky to be treated
Absolutely.
as inhumane as that.
And then the alligators and all
It's
the critters,
nuts.
the boa constrictors that shouldn't even be there. So they're saying that they built it in the middle of wetlands, protected wetlands. It's like really.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes me nuts.
Yeah. Well, they're scraping. They're scraping just for anything. So
So what do you say?
well, another one. Another one down
15.
in the books?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. 16.
Yeah. And, 16, that's right.
Yes.
So I hope everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And you can catch us on...
Keep the comments coming, too. Because,
yeah, we've got some good ones.
Yeah.
In
And
fact...
Go ahead.
No, you go. You go. You go.
This moment of silence has been brought to you by your public library. I was saying, we like the feedback, positive, negative, whatever it is. We want to make this better. And, we want people interested in it. So if you got something you want to hear, talk about,
let us know.
Send us an email,
Yeah, drop us a comment.
Yeah.
Text us on Facebook.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, because you were talking about, we got a comment from a viewer who couldn't thank us enough about the whole gerrymandering thing.
Yes.
They had no idea how that,
until
came
we
up.
looked it up. I didn't even know.
Yeah, it's like, thanks for putting that out there.
So we're all learning together.
Yeah. So we'll see you next time.
Yep. Have a good one.
Slam the follow button. This is Podpinions.